Alright, Bill, it's Deus version 2.00. We're only going to look at sensitive FT. We've changed the target out to our final generation Indian head. Now, this is not the exact same test I showed earlier with the nickel. I've had to elevate a little bit. Alright, you see that old horseshoe there. Now, I've swept this machine without that Indian head pitty there, and it's not, from this direction, it's not giving any signal. Okay, iron volume will be turned to 0 in this, and we're going to run two different tests here. We're going to run it first sweeping above the 2x4 turned up, which gets me farther away from that horseshoe and farther away from the Indian head. You see what we've got there, maybe? Alright, we're going to look at a couple different silencer settings on this machine. We're going to vary the frequency shift. Now, this would be deemed a mid-high range conductor, okay? But Indian heads, they're Civil War relics that can read comparable conductivity levels. Disc will stay at 6.8. We'll stay on the 40 max band frequency. Now, the sensitivity, iron volume is at 0. We'll just start here first with the 2x4 turned as such. Speed 2. Silencer 2. Frequency max at 0. No iron volume now. You get to hear that. Alright, now remember, I know where that Indian head is, okay? And I know where that horseshoe is. So I'm sweeping right over the top of it. So you get to hear that. Now we're going to channel 6. What does this thing sound like? You hear that. Back to channel 0. You hear that. Back to channel 6. You hear the monster difference in that signal. Alright, now we're going to turn the 2x4 as such. Now we're closer down on the old Indian head in the horseshoe. Let's leave it in, we're going to turn the reactivity now to 3, okay? Silencer, we'll leave it 2. Frequency shift channel number 6. You got to hear that. Frequency shift channel 0. You hear that. You don't hear anything, do you? Alright. So now we're going to leave the reactivity at 3. Change the silencer to 1. Frequency max 0. It's working. You hear that. Frequency channel 6. You hear that signal. Now, ID wise, you see that meter. ID moves around on it some, and I'm getting a lot of 50 reading on that target right there, okay? Frequency shift 0. You hear that. Now let's check a few more here while we're in here. We'll go to default. What do we get? So we hear something there. Occasionally. Notice that. Back to 6. We hear something every sweep of the coil. Channel 1. shaky. Channel 5. We hear something ever sweep the coil. You see the ID of 50 in the window. Now that's a higher conductor than a nickel, and I had to alter the situation a little bit. But you can clearly see, you know, speed 3. If this machine was to frequency shift on you, auto scan at 0. Look at that. How you like that? You like that? Or you like that better? That's frequency shift 6. You see all my babies over there? They ain't a bit afraid of me. They've been walking around me out here with this metal detector. Look at them. I got a gang of them, don't I? Well, that's going to conclude the video. Another sharpshooter production. Hope you enjoyed.